Social inclusion, from the outside looking in. Over 6,000 young people with disability live in aged care nursing homes across Australia. 82% seldom or never visit friends. More than half receive a visit from a friend less than once per year. Over a third never participate in community-based activities such as going to the movies or shopping. A group of young people with disability recently gathered to share their thoughts on social inclusion, each of whom have a personal connection to the issue of young people living in nursing homes.
For me, thinking about social inclusion, I think about the physical barriers that stop me from going somewhere and hanging out with friends that might be going to a really good party or something that's the venue where it's afternoon
Yeah, I can relate to that because the cinema I go to, they have a wheelchair lift that goes up the stairs, but it only takes manual chairs.
Don't you just find it undervaluing you as an individual?
Yeah, it makes me feel not part of the group. I would like to go and see a movie by myself, but if I was to go and see this movie, I have to get out of this chair and into my manual chair, which means somebody has to push me around, and I don't want to do that. I want to be independent.
To me, social inclusion means belonging and being a part of a team.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. You know, for me, social inclusion, it's a sense of identity to an extent. Yeah, a sense of belonging, I think, is the key.
Social inclusion allows us all a lot more opportunity to become part of our local community and society as a whole.
Socially active.
Yeah. Yeah. So we don't to become socially active, so we don't feel lonely and possibly sad.
One of the things I find hard with this social inclusion is my memory, because it fails me sometimes.
So in terms of preparing for social situations, what do you do in order to help you along with that process?
Well, I think of who I'm meeting up with, and then I have to try and really back my brain to think about what's going on with them that I'm involved with as well. So try and make some notes like that.
I hear you've got a new job. Tell me about your new job, Angie.
Yeah, I've recently started working at the
NAB Bank.
It's very enjoyable. I'm just doing a lot of computer work.
Oh yeah?
It's made me feel really good.
More included? Yeah.
Like I'm a bit more normal.
Congratulations, Ange. I'm really proud of you for achieving that. That's a big feat that you've achieved, you know? And I understand your feeling more part of society.
I mean, that value of being able to go to work, earn that money.
I know I've done work and it's very highly valued. But with my job at man, it's been much better because when I get the job to buy something, I've actually got some money.
For me personally, getting out of a nursing home, I want to get a job, I want to work, I want education, I want to gain a qualification, want to have friendships, relationships, all that just basic stuff that people take for granted. But being stuck in a nursing home takes away so many of those privileges, I guess you could say.
What people tell me is everyone around me is like they're paid to be there, like they've got to be there.
Being more independent has been one of my goals for a long time, so that would make it work well for me. Living by myself, and I just think that it'd be that sense of, is this my house? I'd have the freedom for my friends to come visit me anytime they wanted to.
I just always remind myself to always remember the good aspects about your life and don't dwell on the negatives. Live the remainder of your life as though you're metaphorically driving a car and looking through the windscreen, but only occasionally in the rear vision mirror.
It's time to think, well, I don't get nothing or right now. Start to think of that doing this on my own. I don't have to rely on you all the time.
Kiralee currently lives in a nursing home. Her aim is to move out and resume study or achieve employment. Ange lived in a nursing home for over 2 years. After years of voluntary community service, she has recently joined the paid workforce. Graydon lived in nursing homes for more than 2 years. He volunteers to improve the lives of others with disability and draws on his previous tennis experience to mentor young players. Michelle lived in a nursing home for over a year. She is about to take independence to a new level and move out from living with her parents into her own home next door. Jason lives in shared supported accommodation. A father of 2, he struggles with the chasm between the reality of his home and his ideal home. Amadou lived in a nursing home for 5 years. He accepts risk is part of social inclusion and would rather take on this risk than be excluded. Vicky Wilkinson lived in a nursing home for over 3 years. She shares her thoughts on social inclusion.
Something needs to take place or change to bring about inclusion. This may be an action, an attitude, or both. If social inclusion is achieved, the rights of people with disability are realised, and we feel valued and we feel empowered. The dreams and aspirations of young people with disability, they are not dissimilar to everybody else in the community. What we ask for social inclusion is to want to be able to be allowed to be given the opportunity to, just like anybody else.